Hi there, everywhere. This is a special interview with Miss Khadija Maaref, the Moroccan British best author, coming to you live from Montreal, Canada. I'm Sayed, the international media ex reporter, welcoming you all in the beginning of this next gen posting coming to you live. Okay, I'm glad to introduce our great guest today, Mrs. Maaref. Khadija Maaref is a Moroccan British best author. She is the host of the Instagram show. She is the author entitled Author and Me. Mrs. Khadija Maaref is a motivational speaker, helping women to be the best version of themselves. Thank you so much, international motivational speaker, Mrs. Khadija Maaref, coming to us live from London. Thank you so much and welcome to the show. First of all, what inspired you to start writing, please?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for inviting me to your amazing show. And I'm really glad that's been with you and as well been with the audience. The first thing that inspired me to write my book, which is Muslim Women in Western Society, is the transition that I have from moving from Morocco to UK. It wasn't easy to fit in within the new society. It wasn't easy to understand other culture that is extremely different than my back home. So as well as traveling around Europe due to holidays as well as business trips, it wasn't I can see people their assumption from a Muslim woman, especially wearing a scarf. They see that's like what I'm doing here. For example, I'm going holiday with my family, what she's doing in the beach with her family, for example, even she doesn't swim. Or in a meeting with people, higher management, they saying if a Muslim woman can think properly like us, they're thinking having the scarf covering my head, it can cover as well my ideas and my brain. So this motivates me a lot to put everything down in a book where people can see the struggle and challenges that a Muslim woman normally faces on her day-to-day basis, as well as a teaching lesson to any non-Muslim that women can be Muslim women or not or non-Muslim women can fit in within a society and can be productive as a man as well.
And how you were able to cope with all this new reality and this cultural shock in UK?
It wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't easy in the beginning. I faced a lot of struggle. I've been crying, I've been stressed. I was really wasn't able to even go for a coffee from the people. They give you that look, that's what she's doing here. She doesn't speak the language properly in the beginning, because even you speak Arabic, I speak Arabic and French. Speaking the third languages wasn't easy in the beginning. So thanks to God, I had my husband, a big support for me. That's why I always am calling husband or parents to support their women, to support their daughters, or any husband to support his wife if she came from other culture to a Western country, to be the best and first support for her, so she can stand on the ground and can be herself and be very productive in this society.
Okay, and the big challenge here is how you were able to understand this new reality that you are in, which is culturally speaking, the whole British and Western cultures and value, while at the same time you are keeping your own Islamic value together. So showing modernity and at the same time keeping the authenticity of your culture. How you were able to do all of this together?
Okay, so the first thing that you need to believe in yourself. And when you have this self-confidence, because in the beginning I wasn't confident in myself, I was very shy. So I'm staying just at home waiting to, if I want to go out shopping or do anything, I need to be with my husband. I couldn't go by myself. But once I gained this self-confidence, I'm saying, okay, we all living in, we all having our own culture, we all are having our own faith. And I came from a culture that we respect each other, so why they don't respect me here? So I need to teach them a lesson that even a Muslim needs to live, have the same rights as any British person or as any European person. So being firm and being and stand up for your rights, this is the first thing I advise people to do.
Great. Thank you so much for gaining that self-esteem and that self-belief in yourself and confidence. Right now, let's get back to your great, amazing writing project and best author publication. How long have you been writing, please?
Well, the journey, the process of being writing, it took me a year for writing the book.
Mhm.
And by the way, this is the book for people if they want to see it.
Great.
So
Congratulations. Yeah.
thank you. So it took me a year to write and complete the whole writing. However, between writing, editing, and all the the things, the application that things take, it's took me 1 year and a half.
Great. All right. That's so great. So a whole year and a half of writing, editing, and going through all of this inspiring process. So when did you start, start this writing exactly, please?
Exactly, it started beginning of 2019.
Great.
So this is when I started. So it was after a big or a huge crash that I had when we went to Malta as a holiday. It,
Okay.
like we say, after a big challenge, we surprised that good things come out from it. I had really a bad holiday in Malta. I felt very destroyed, but went back to UK. I took courses. I worked hard on myself and said, okay, if I had that issue, it must be other women having the same issue elsewhere. Even it's not in UK, but will be in other European countries. So let's write something to give them hope, to give them support, and to teach others that we can make a difference as well.
That's great. Thank you so much for turning that desperation into an inspiration for the world. That's really great. And as you said in Morocco, if it doesn't kill you, it gets you stronger. And that's
Yes.
what it happened. Thank you. So, have you always wanted to be a writer, please?
To be honest, no, I never thought that I'm gonna be a writer.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so I was really, and before thinking of it, it was my husband idea as well, saying, why not putting this? Because I was always on Instagram putting inspirational things for women as and Muslim women as well, in particularly. And he said, why not putting something together in a book? Said, oh, come on, I can be an author. And now I see myself as an author of a book and thinking of my second book as well.
And you see how wonderful and great it is. So the world needs that for sure, especially in the Arab world and the tradition. Where are you coming from? Please, what advice would you give a new writer, someone just starting out there, please?
The first thing that they need to think exactly what they want to write.
Hmm.
And I would suggest as well to get information as much as they can, not just copy and paste, because this is really a wrong things to do. No, you need to talk. If you put in something about your experience, you put it from your heart. If you talking about something, a subject like science or study, you need to study everything before you put your own words to it. So do your homework before start writing.
Thank you so much, Khadija Maaref. I remind our great viewers and friends everywhere that you are a Moroccan British best author, inspiring women to write, and you are giving promotion, inspirational speaking training as well, and you have your own show as well. All right. Thank you so much for all of this. Regarding writing, how do you handle writer's block, please?
Well, yeah, it's not easy.
Hmm.
And I can't believe any writer doesn't have this writing block, but the way you handle it is the best way. So whenever I reach it to the point that I can't do more writing, I stop, shut down my computer and just go for a walk. So I like walking in nature. I feel really the fresh air, the beautiful view. I feel that feeds me with ideas as well as take all the stress out from myself and from my brain.
Great. So you are using it as a therapy as well. So a
Yeah.
great solution. Thank you so much. Okay. Great author and bestseller Khadija Maaref coming to you live from London. Please, what, in your opinion, are the most important elements of good writing, please?
uh, Understanding the subject, the first
Hmm.
thing in my opinion, understanding the subject, as well as having a writing should be should be hierarchy in your writing, so you know exactly what do you start and what do you want to say by the end of your book. So I've just
It's
lost the
about
word.
planning the whole
Planning.
procedure.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it's
Yeah.
about
Yes.
planning the whole procedure from beginning till the end.
Great, which is not easy at all, which is another challenge by itself. Thank you so much, Khadija, coming to us live from London. What comes first, the plot or characters in your writing project, please?
Uh, the I believe, because I'm not writing anything about the characters.
Hmm.
It's not a fiction book or something. So I
Hmm.
believe it's the plot first.
Hmm.
In my situation, and understand it before you're writing it is a good thing as well to do.
Hmm. And what was the plot of your book, by the way?
It was myself first.
Okay, yeah, great to talk about yourself. And
Yes.
how was it possible to talk about yourself in terms of objectivity, subjectivity, all of that contradiction together to be able to come up with a real inspiring story for the women in the world, in your case, in your own tradition as well?
To be honest, when I spoke about myself, because I don't want to give a wrong message as well in the
Hmm.
book, like
Hmm.
hates or promote any hate or something between Qatar, which is I don't want this. My book is more welcoming other cultures, is more respecting other cultures, as well as calling for diversity. So when I'm talking about myself and my good and bad interaction with other cultures, I didn't point out exactly who's doing what, but in general, what most people, especially a Muslim woman with a scarf, that she can face while traveling in airports or in hotels or in a meeting. So with high level people, this kind of thing that she might expect. So I gave her like a guide how she can defeat these things and how can she work on herself to promote herself as well.
Thank you so much. I remind our great listeners and friends everywhere that you are watching a special interview with Miss Maaref, with Miss Khadija Maaref, a Moroccan British best author, the host of the Instagram show Author and Me, a motivational speaker helping women to be best version of themselves. So this is a special interview coming to you live from Montreal, Canada. I'm Sayed O Sayed. Okay, to follow our question, please, how do you develop your plot, please?
Well, so in the beginning, I had the ideas.
Mhm.
So I put everything in writing, uh, front of me first. So then I'm starting the journey. I don't want to just start the book by this is what happened. This like memory. No. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to be a cohesion in the paragraph on this chapter of the book. So I'm starting from where I came from, my origin. I'm talking about diversity and in Morocco. Then the reason for me coming here in UK, as well as how did I develop myself for being just a housewife till being having my own business, having my own show. You know, it's a cohesion that from people they understand coming from nothing and being something. It can be, but it's with hard work, of course.
That's a great, inspiring story by itself. Hopefully, we will get enough time to cover that story by itself because it's really inspiring the world. Okay, how do you come with the titles to your book, please?
As the book was targeting a Muslim woman, which is my case, it was a debate in the beginning between myself and my husband and other friends, because I took suggestions from my friends, families as well. So what can sound right for audience, and I came when I said Muslim women, I was saying in Europe, in this and that, but in Western society in general. So let's keep it open, because Muslim can be anywhere, everywhere. So we're not limiting it just in Europe. That's why I took it as a Muslim woman, but in Western society.
Thank you so much for that approach, making it global. Okay, when did you first consider yourself a writer, and how can you describe your writing space, please?
That's a good question. So first time I
The first
consider
one was so bad.
no,
Thank you so
don't
much.
make me think. Oh dear. No,
Thank you. Mm.
the one when I consider myself as a writer was once I start thinking, because I wasn't writing straight away. I took my time, to be honest, just thinking of ideas. What shall I put? What shall I not put? What? So this is thinking or brainstorming ideas. This is when I consider myself as a writer.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, what time of the day do you usually write, please?
Because I was in my situation, I was working, as well as I have a 2 years old daughter. It wasn't easy. I was especially taking my time, nighttime, midnight, till
Mhm.
1 p.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Because it's extreme calm in the house, so I was focusing 100%. Or sometimes when I'm working, having my lunch break, I'm taking it as just to go through things and reread what I've been doing night before.
That's a great procedure of writing and editing at the same time. Okay, great. All right. Please, would you like to describe a typical writing day in your journey, please?
Sure. Okay, I can say, for example, I'm starting my day working as normal. Lunchtime, I took the hour or 1 hour or half, 45 minutes, just going through things that I've done day before. Then forgot about it completely. Sometimes I'm having ideas that I'm working on my work, then I have an idea comes for the book, so I just write it down. So that's why always have an agenda, beside you. A planner is a good thing to have, and is handy. So I'll keep writing down ideas that I pop up in my head. And then nighttime, I can't wait. I just feel everything to everybody goes sleep, so I can't wait. Making my cup of coffee or cup of tea and sitting down, putting really, really nice music, not loud, but soft music. So I just start my writing
Great.
and
Thank
forget
you.
about the outside world.
Oh, great. All right. That's really great. Please, would you like to tell us about your first published book a little bit in detail, and what was the journey like, please?
Okay, sure. So my first published book is Muslim Women in Western Society.
Hmm.
And this book is a motivational and inspirational book to each woman that came from her culture as a Muslim and living abroad. So in US, Canada, Europe, anywhere in the world. And she couldn't fit in within the society. She couldn't feel herself proud of her hijab going out. She couldn't feel proud of herself going in her job. She still feels shy inside her, and she has a lot of dreams and a lot of goals to achieve, but she doesn't know how to do them and the best way to achieve them. This will give her a guide from A to Z, how to do it, how to come out from her shell and be herself, how to be best version of herself, how to take husband or parents, as well as neighbors, friends, and co-workers as a support to her to achieve what she wants in life.
Great. What is the most difficult part about writing for you, please?
The most difficult part is when I'm because when I'm talking about my experience is easy because I know what happened to me, so it was a bit easy. So but when I start talking about inspiration and how to motivate this woman that looking at and watching us now, and how can I reach out to her brain or to her heart, that she can be able to do whatever she want to whatever she want in her life. This was hard, because whatever I'm saying, it's coming from my heart and it's coming from a pure experience. So if I can do it, she can do it as well herself. So that was the translating from my brain to in writing. This was the hard part in the book.
Great. So it's sincerity and reality at the same time. And they say even the heart has its own reason that the reason cannot even understand. So that's a great combination. Put it in real and sincere at the same time. Thanks for that input,
Thank you.
please.
Thank
How
you.
many books have you written so far, and which is your favorite one, please?
To be honest, this Muslim Women in Society is the first book. However, I'm starting on the second book, which will be as well pure motivation, not just in life, but it's in the business. Because I know a lot of women, I can see a lot of women. I get in touch with the women that they struggle to set their own business. They're still not confident on the business. So I want to give a pure motivation in how to set up their business. So this is my next book.
That's a great project. So you are going out from the personal sphere into from the culture, inspiring people to understand themselves and to accept the way they are, and then going from the very personal into the professional business world to show them how to do their own business as well. That's a great inspirational journey for sure. Thank you so much for that. What is your work schedule like when you are writing, please?
What do you mean by work schedule?
Schedule, the way you plan your writing, planning all your writing, the hierarchy, the thing that you are doing in your daily writing routine.
Okay, the first thing is brainstorming, of course, putting ideas. Once I put all the ideas that I want, so I'm given, for example, myself a week just to put as much ideas that I have in my mind. Then I start reading others' book, because I can't just give people just myself what I thought about myself, but reading others' experience, reading others the strategy from others, something that works by others and can work for the rest of the world as well. Reading helps a lot to produce another content that's it's written in my way as well as in a different way.
Great. Thank you so much for that genuine analysis to be your own self in all the time. Okay, because everybody else version was already taken that they said. What would you say is your most interesting writing quirk, please?
What do you mean by quirk first? Sorry.
Yeah, whatever the most interesting part of your book, if you want to say, that you think is really interesting with a very motivational message to the world, please.
When you try, it's the most interesting thing is when you try to put like a plan for people, how, for example, how to lose weight in 7 days. But you need to put in their to help them, to help their mindset to change from, for example, we can't do this to I can't do this. That is really interesting and challenging at the same time, to come out with something easy and that can go straight away to their mind and understood it and just can action it.
Great. How do you hear from your readers? Much. Do you hear from your readers much? And what do they say, please?
Okay, yeah, sure, thank you. So I do hear from my readers, and this is really good things. As first impression, it's my first readers or people who bought my book, they weren't Muslim, which is good things that actually I can hear others opinion about my book. So
Great.
they were really, really proud of or they said it took a lot of courage from my side to come out with that book, giving experience that they don't know, because sometimes they do something but they don't feel what others can feel it. So like, for example, being at work and they giving coffees and tea to each other, but they don't invite you. And for them, it just they don't want to bother you. But for others, or for example, for me personally, I feel like that they don't want to include me. So giving the readers the second thoughts that people, they can feel differently. We need to include each other. We need to understand, if you don't, for example, don't speak in a third language English properly, doesn't mean I'm not intellectual. So even, or taking make of you when you say a word in English incorrectly. I said in my book, even if we have been tourists in Morocco, and if they try speaking Arabic, they sound funny, but we don't look at them like, oh, what they talking about, we
Mhm.
encourage them to talk the language. So we need to welcome others to our culture.
So it's the communication is the most important to open the human heart. So
Mm.
what do you think is the special character, your personal special character? What is so special about the character that you have developed in your book, please?
What is special about the character is clever,
Hmm.
but and in the same times is I don't want to say something that is not, is a a clever character that understands whatever around him or her, but it is at the same time that character is welcoming everybody and not taking everything in heart.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, it's great to be smart in this world. Okay, how do you research for your book?
What do you mean your research for the book? Sorry.
For example, how do you get the information you want, you publish it in your book, researching those information, putting all of them together? What was a special methodology of researching those information? I know it was based on your own personal experience, but how you get the literature, the research information, putting all of this together, please.
Sure, because the book constitutes of two parts.
Hmm.
First part is my personal experience.
Hmm.
Second part is the motivation and inspiration.
So that
So
need a lot of researching. Yeah,
yes, it does.
exactly. Yeah.
I was reading books from the well-known people like Les Brown.
Hmm.
Uh, I just keep forgetting the names. I had
Okay.
Les Brown. I had the 5 Second Rule as well from Mel Robin. I
Hmm.
had this Tony Robbins as well. So I was listening to a lot of motivational speeches from Oprah as well, from Obama, Mrs. Obama. So I like listening to people. I like listening to anything motivation in the morning to give me the fuel for the day. So as well as reading books, then what I can see from social media, because I was talking in my book about the brainstorming in social media. So how people, they brainwashed about Islam, whenever something happened in Islam, pointing fingers on Muslim, it's not the right things to do. So this is took a lot of as well of understanding. So when I deliver the message, it doesn't seem like a hate, not at all. It's just clarification, and as well it's a message of hope and peace to be around the world.
Great. Thank you so much for that message of peace. And you were so much clever in remembering all of these names when you are live. It even happened to me after hundreds and hundreds of interviews that I'm still struggling with remembering names when I go on live.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that's another difficult exercise. Okay, please, what's the most surprising thing you discovered while writing your book, please?
That's, I have all this idea in my in my
Yeah,
brain.
sure.
Oh
Yeah,
God, I was
definitely.
right. Yeah, I was surprised, to be honest, saying, "Oh my God, I have got everything in my brain, and I still have more." So whenever I write a chapter, I say, "No, I need to be like this. I need to deliver so people can understand what I really want to mean." So yeah, having all that knowledge in your brain, because when you keep soaking positive things and negatives as well, and by the end you develop a message to people, it's really surprising what you can come up with.
Thank you so much for that hope. Okay, being hopeful in this desperating, challenging moment worldwide. What does success mean to you, please?
Be your best version of yourself.
which is the most difficult one.
I know. But
Definitely, yeah,
yes,
definitely.
because
Because
most
people want to think that they want to be excellent by imitating this one or that one. Okay, please, is writing your full-time career, or would you like it to be, please?
to be honest, writing is not my full-time job, like we say.
It's a nighttime, so it's not the
It's a
daytime.
night
Nighttime
shift.
job, yes. Part-time shift, yes.
It's not, because I have my own business as well.
Hmm.
However, it might be one day. Well, we never know, because now I'm getting people, women, asking for coaching them on how, if they struggling on a situation, how to help them to come out from whatever they're struggling with, how they can do their own business, how can start writing as well, their and talk about their experience. I do have that coaching, and one day I might end up doing as well writing as a full-time job.
Great. On a typical day, how much time do you spend writing, please?
On a difficult day, 1 hour and a half.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
typical. All right, great. Okay, are you on social media and can your readers interact with you, please?
Yes, I am more active on Instagram, because I'm having my show as well for. I'm hosting authors and writers. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm doing my daily YouTube live, talking about the life in general in UK for women, and how can they use the country where they live in a positive way, and they can reach out their goals. And I'm not that active on Facebook that much. That I'm having just more Instagram and YouTube.
All right, thank you so much. That's enough to keep yourself busy for a century. Thank you so much, my friends, ladies and gentlemen everywhere. Thank you so much for watching this special live interview coming to you from Montreal, Canada. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for interacting. And thank you so much for sharing the link as well with your personal and professional network. I remind you, please, ladies and gentlemen everywhere, that we are talking today to Khadija Maaref, a Moroccan British best author and the host of the Instagram show Author and Me, a motivational speaker helping women to be best version of themselves and achieve their goals. Please, can you tell me about this coaching side of your business? How you can be a motivational speaker for women to emulate that great example, please.
Sure. To be motivating to others, you need to be motivated to yourself first. So I believe if I can keep myself motivated, keep my husband and my daughter as well motivated, I can deliver to other people. So it's like we say in Arabic, you cannot take water from an empty bucket. So you need to be full of motivation. So when people talking to you, they can see you, they can see the brightness in your eyes, they can see the energy from you, so they can soak from you. It's not easy to have it every day, to be honest, because in life we have ups and downs, but keep it trying, as hard as I can. This is what I'm doing, to be honest, at the moment, and having people believing of what you're doing, and they've seen what you achieved. This is a second thing that helped me as well to motivate them.
Thank you so much. And how can you be the best version of yourself, whether you are a man or a woman? I think that's applied to everyone. What is your intake there? And advice for people to be the best version of themselves, please.
From my own experience,
Experience.
and
Yes.
yeah, and my opinion, to be the best version of yourself, first you need to accept yourself as is. Because if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy with yourself, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I don't like my nose, I don't like my eyes, I don't like that's it, because you're doubting yourself. How can you deliver something, and uh, how can you feel confident about something else? So once you accept yourself as it is, then this is that give you the motivation that you can do something else. So believing in yourself first and accepting yourself.
Great. And how are you coaching women to achieve their goals, please?
What do you mean by how?
The way you coach and you train women to achieve their goals.
Okay, yeah. It's to be honest, each woman is different case because I cannot apply the same rule to all women. That will be not fair, and each woman have a situation that's doesn't look like the other woman. However, the message that I'm doing first, I need to listen to her as much as I can. So I need to know why she's not motivated, why she's I don't want to say depressed because I'm not a doctor to treat that kind of things, but just why she doesn't feel that she cannot do things that she wants to do. So I need to see her personal and professional life. Then from there, we go into 2 session, 3 session. It's depend on her situation, critical situation. Sometimes I'm having everyday session with one woman a week, you know. So and then give her some exercise. Do this, read this, start this, try with this. So when you give them homework, this is where they feel tied to something. They have to deliver. So when they get used to, they have commitments. That's it. They learn the job and they do it.
Great. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Right now, I'm going to the interaction screen here, and I've seen from our professor, university professor, Mr. Limrabat Isa Baba, asking you this question: to what extent do you think that writing is a gateway for happiness, please?
Okay, thanks,
Limrabat.
Isam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but,
You can say
for the
Limrabat, you can
question.
say Isa, whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
Isa,
Make it
for
easier for you. Yeah.
for the question
Hmm.
on how do I think that writing is a gateway of happiness.
Hmm.
For my personal experience, writing was my escape from the outside world. So from the stress at work, from the stress with the family, from everyday stress, writing was my peace side. I was looking for every night so I can go and sit down and take all the stress out and putting it on writing. So when you have a planned writing, you feel yourself organized. You feel yourself that every day you want to write something. I felt it like a therapy. I can say writing is a good therapy for everybody who's really stressed in life.
So it's a solution that you are using to solve all the daily problem when you retreat from this world noise to listen to your inner voice, start thinking, writing
Mhm.
at night when it is very peaceful, and then you start editing it in the day when it is very noisy. Great
Yeah,
strategy. Thank you so much. Okay, always with our professor. He has some more question for you here. Okay, that's done. So okay, now the $1 million question: how to make money as a writer? Always from the same professor, Mr. Limrabat Isa Baba, please.
sure. Great questions, Mr. Isa. So, how to make money from writing? In the beginning of the process, don't expect yourself making money. However, what I consider the way you're making a writing from your money from your writing on your book is talking about your book before it comes out. Because don't wait till it's published and you have the hard copy, then you start talking about it. No, when you start writing and you believe you're going to finish the book and you commit to yourself, this talk to people. So make them they're waiting for excited, they're waiting for your book to come out. So sell your book before you publish it. This is the good way to make money from your book.
So start promoting even while you are still writing.
Of
And by the
course.
way, how many pages do you have there? Show me the book again, please.
Yeah, I think it's 150 page.
150 pages.
Yeah,
And how long it takes to write that? Almost a year.
a year. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great project. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so let's see what I have on the screen here. Okay, on my interaction, I have some question, some suggestion in Arabic. They say very interesting, saying our brother and friend Professor Mohammed Amin Al-Bah says very interesting, welcoming you, Mr. Mohammed Ta in Arabic. Thank you so much, Mohammed. And Mohammed Imam say you're welcome again in local language. Ayadi says we need the translation to translate this. They use it to my Arabic show, and they thinking that all the
I
time I'm speaking
see.
only Arabic. So
Sorry.
yeah, so I have another version of myself. It could not be the best, but anyway. Okay, maybe try to restream and translate this. Thank you so much, my friend, the professor Dahi. Mahmoud, that's a great suggestion. Thank you so much. I take that notes for sure. And he's insisting, is it mm, costly to translate this? Okay, it's not that costly. Just take time, and time here is money. And okay,
The
uh,
problem with language, to be honest, because I can speak Moroccan, but I don't know if Moroccan can be understood from everybody, by everyone. That's why I said, okay, English is
yeah.
more.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, that will solve the issue of communication here. And I have my own show in Arabic, worldwide classic standard Arabic. So I will have a different topic for that in Arabic. Okay. So maybe some program, maybe you can get those program yourself and try it. Anyway, thank you so much for the suggestion. As I say, I have always content in Arabic. Don't worry. If you miss this, you will have another content that you can follow as always. No problem. Thank you so much. Always. Okay. الزمن لا يرحمكم هي جميلة هي الحياة تتمنى لكم we wishing you the best happy okay yeah life is beautiful we wish you the same thing we wish you to be happy as well for sure thank you so much yeah okay so let me go to the English and see what I get there so from interaction in English I have this from our professor and friend Sadiq Al-Hur says can you be a successful writer even if you are not a reading lover.
Brilliant question. That is $1 million question.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, yes. This even if you're not a reading lover, you can be a successful writer. To be honest, before I start thinking of writing, I wasn't fan of reading. I can read a book once 2 months. One book can take 2 months because I wasn't consistent. And doesn't mean if I'm not reading, I cannot be a successful writer. However, what I suggest and what I advise, if you want to write in a scientific topic, this is when you need to start reading, because it's science things need a lot of work, a lot of reading, a lot of experiment that's been done by other people or other professors that you need to take on board. This is when you need to read. But if you're talking about your own experience, if you talk writing about your own business and the way that you face challenges in your own business, it doesn't need that you really be a reading lover.
Thank you so much for answering that question. Okay, coming back. Okay, to our Arabic again.
كتاب.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, the book need translation into Arabic
Yes.
for immediately, and we can now wait. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking, to be honest, of translating it in Arabic. So yeah, maybe.
Okay, that's a great project and a great suggestion. I think that I have covered all those questions right now. Please tell me, what is your final concluding advice for young writers to be able to write their own project, please?
Sure. Thank you. So my proper advice for people who want to start writing project, their writing project, is trust in yourself first, then trust on the process, be organized, and be committed. So when you commit to yourself and to what you want to do and you want to achieve, you gonna be successful, and you're gonna be you can see your book even less than a year if you commit 100% to it.
Great advice. Thank you so much. If there's any special point that we didn't cover and you like to emphasize or elaborate on, please.
To be honest, no, you really covered every corner from the book. Thank you very much for those beautiful questions. And I would just say to people that living in other country doesn't, or other culture doesn't mean it's not. It's our choice, first of all. So, and secondly, don't let other people interfere in your life, destroy your life by what they think about you or what they say about you. It's your life, you live in once, so live it in the best way that you want to be.
And what is your last inspiring word, to the world, please?
Stop judging the book by the cover, and let's respect and welcome to each other's faith.
Thank you so much for that great conclusion there. Okay, let me say thank you so much for being great guest here today on my next gen show. I would want to thank you again for all the time for answering all of this difficult, unorganized question from here and everywhere. Thank you so much, Madam Khadija Maaref, the Moroccan British best author and the host of the Instagram show Author and Me, a motivational speaker helping women to be best version of themselves and achieve their goal. Thank you to all my friends, viewers, commenters for your interaction, and thank you so much for sharing this interview with your personal and professional network. Until we meet again, this is Sayed coming to you live from Montreal, Canada, wishing you all the best you wish for yourself.
Thank you.